Well, good day, everybody. This is Bug Eater 64. I'm going to welcome you to another stream of X-Plane 11 version 05. Well, good day, everybody. This is Bug Eater 64 R2. And today we're going to be flying the Twin Otter. And there's our bird. And we'll be flying from San Diego to the Marine Corps Air Station here in Southern California. So, let's get on board. Go ahead and close. We're carrying 11 passengers today, so they're on board. We'll get them taken care of. And get my door closed here. And let's see. Get some battery power on. Where we're headed to, El Toro Marine Corps Air Station. We'll go ahead and activate that so we can drop off our passengers. And looks like I'm going to have a fight here with and there we go. Short flight, only 62 miles. So get some. Okay, let's see here. Alright, now we got radios on. Okay. For some reason, my Garmin isn't coming on. Alrighty. Well, be that way. Anyway, we'll turn engine stuff on. Let's double check here. Yes. Check throttles. And these have to be on before you even start the engines. Let's take a look at our above panel. And go ahead and get anti-collision. We'll put our strobe on so people know we're doing something over here. No smoking. Fasten seatbelts. Okay. And we'll get the fuel pumps on so we can get our motor started. And let's go ahead and take a look outside so we can check our flight controls. And ailerons are working, elevators, and rudder control. All right. So with that done, ignition switches are on. Let's go ahead and see if we can start the right and crack this just a bit. See if we can start the right engine. Okay, we got a good start on that engine. So let's go ahead and see about starting our left engine. There we go. Yeah, looks like we have two good engines. So we can turn that on. Turn our landing lights on. Okay, look at the above overhead panel. And bleed air on. That's on. Position lights. Anti-collision. Let's go ahead and get this turned on. Alright, generators are on. Shouldn't have any problems with icing today. Okay, looking good there. And so let's look at our map here. It is 134.80. Okay, so let's see here. Oops, a little too far. Okay.
San Diego INTL information Charlie. 1500 Zulu weather. Wind 120 at 9. Visibility more than 10.
Runway 9.
Temperature 27.
2988 altimeter.
Altimeter 2988. Arriving runway 09, departing runway 09. Advise on initial contact you have Charlie.
Okay, altimeter set. And runway 9, so let's see where that is compared to where we are. Looking at our map. Okay, we are right here, runway, so it's going to be all the way down to our right. Okay. So. With that, let's get on our way. Break off. Beautiful sunny day here in Southern California. And we don't need a lot of runway, so we're just going to pull right here. Runway 9, that's what we're looking for. Because this Twin Otter does not take a lot of runway for takeoff or landing. So, that being said, let's hold right here. And let me check something. Check my GPS here. Why can't I get this to come on? Huh. Does not want to behave. But I can turn it on that way. Okay. So we'll take off and be on our way. Turn to a heading of okay. we've got, we want to fall nav. 8,000 feet. That's good. All right. So, let's get moving. See if I can make a complete mess of this flight. Don't see any aircraft coming or going. We'll set our flaps. Yeah, that'll be enough. Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to show you just how well this thing takes off on short runway. So, get ready to hold onto your butt. And let's get out of here. Apply power. There we go. Airspeed's alive. And rotate. And the X-plane has crashed. Oh no, okay.
Did your game just crash?
Yep. So, let us go back and figure things out here and see if we can get it restarted. So, hold on just for a minute. I'll be stopping the stream right here. And we had started out so well. Anyway, be back shortly. Well, hello again, and here we are. Gonna try this again. There's a problem. What happens is, every once in a while, there's a problem between OBS and X-plane. They don't get along all the time. So, when that happens, everything goes to hell in a handbasket and it crashes. So, here we are, back on the ramp, getting ready to start some engines. And no smoking. We'll go ahead and throw those on, and let's see here. Get the booster pumps on. Ignition switches are on, fire's on. Let's go ahead and start the right engine. And there was one improvement. I got my Garmin 530 turned on. So, I guess all things happen for a reason. Okay, engine number 1 on the right is in good shape. So, let's go ahead and start the left engine. Okay. Go back to our overhead panel. And right generator on, left generator on. What we need de-icing air bleed. Go ahead and turn our taxi light, pitot heat. Okay. And we'll go ahead and taxi down to the runway. San Diego. And this is airport was done by Mr. X, and I got it off the org store. Well, actually, not the org store, xplane.org. And this is actually freeware at the time I got it, so no complaints there. Yeah, everything's looking good there. And we can. And we'll hold short here just a minute. Okay, let's see. Landing lights are on. No longer need the taxi lights. Get the flaps down to takeoff position. Okay, everything looks good. Let's release the brake and head out to the runway. Okay. get our little otter here on her way. Use the throttle up. And rotate. Flaps up. And this time we'll swing out over the bay. And as we fly over San Diego, ooh, get ready to head 62 miles to the Marine Corps Air Station. Now the scenery on the ground is done by Ortho for X-Plane, another thing that's from the org. Freeware that I thoroughly enjoy. It works very extremely well. But the weather conditions, clouds and everything, that's all stock straight out of Laminar Research's X-Plane 11. So, and we're flying over SeaWorld right now. Yeah. Very good. Yeah, let's see here. Yep, 59 miles to go. About 20, just over 21 minutes. We'll be there. Airspeed, I'm going to slow it down. Let's see how we're going here. Everything's looking good. But yeah, this little Twin Otter is a nice little twin-engine turbo prop aircraft. It carries this particular configuration. I can carry 19 passengers. Almost, what is it? Almost 10,000 kilograms of cargo, I think it is. Which, not bad for a little airplane. Short landing and takeoff. And right now we're cruising right along at about 140 knots. It's not real fast, but it definitely does the job. As we fly out over the Pacific Ocean and see what's going on in the cabin. I like the way they detailed this airplane. Go back to the cabin entry door. Now, if we wanted to, I could probably open that and things would be very bad. I think I've lost my passengers. That's horrible. Oh well. Yeah, another one of my favorite pastimes when I was out in California. Sailing. So let's go ahead here and check the map. Things are pretty busy out here. And that's where we're headed, right up here. So let's check the details here. Conditions, visibility is more than 10 miles, yep. Altimeter is 2989. Okay. Haven't got the information on ATIS yet, though. But that's alright, we got what we need. 2989. So let's check our altimeter. Right now we're at so let's there we go, 89. And it is a noisy airplane. My goodness, that water looks inviting. Although great whites do live in the area, so just thought I'd mention that. So we'll head on our way. Airplane's working just the way it's supposed to. No complaints. And this right here is another flaps configuration. So it'll tell you 5% for takeoff and so on. Our compass. I didn't set the clock. It's definitely not 1622. California time right now is about 9:20, 9:22 in the morning, and it's a beautiful Sunday morning. Got 17 minutes to go. Oh yeah, just a nice leisurely day, nothing exciting. Oh, just had some frame drops here. Whoa, X-Plane, what are you doing? Get back up there. My goodness, there's no excuse for that. Wow. Yeah, that's not a stream problem, that's actually X-Plane. Yeah, until any of the flight sims, P3D, well, FSX, which is mine actually quit working, but X-Plane, until they use, get away from this OpenGL, this single here we all have these multiple core processors now, multi-threads, everything else available that they can use, yet the developers don't seem to be doing the job. Once X-Plane, they need to put it as a high priority, in my opinion now, as a computer, almost illiterate, I guess. I know very, very little compared to a lot of other streamers and so on computers and how they exactly work and everything else. I've built them, but when it comes down to a lot of the technical stuff, I don't know it, and I'll freely admit it. But until they get something like Vanguard, start using the power over GPUs. In my system, I've got SLI set up with Twin, 1080. Now some of the original 1080s, they're 1080 Founders. Okay, I'm running, 64 gigs of RAM. I've got, hard drive 4 terabytes. That all my X-Plane is on one hard drive, to include the orthos and things like that. And because of the way the sims work, I've got one of my, they don't recognize SLI, and I've got one of my GPUs set up strictly for physics, and it's worked on other programs extremely well, but I still have horrible frame rate issues with X-Plane. Don't understand it, other than the fact that they use everything, almost 98% of what goes off the CPU, and then primarily with one core. So, and I've got an i7 CPU, 3.3 gigahertz. What can I say? I should be smoking this thing. And my frame rates basically suck. So, now that I've been in my soapbox, back to our little airplane and our flight. With the abilities of X-planes and these third-party developers with these beautiful airplanes, we should be able to just, be running 60, 90, 100 frames, and it's in their hands. They're just not doing their job. So let's look at our Garmin 530 and see where we're at. Okay, 12 minutes to go. 29 miles. And we're flying into the haze. Getting closer to the civilian population where the smog is kicking in. Now in this Twin Otter, the yoke here is, you can get rid of it. But in this case, there really isn't any reason to, because it's not in the way of anything, which is kind of nice. Other aircraft, you definitely got to get rid of the yoke because you can't see half the switches. So everything's looking good. We are flying along nicely. see here. Ah, 17 miles. But it doesn't tell me which runway they're using today. But we're headed right in here, so well, if they're not going to tell me, I'll just pick the one I want. Beautiful Southern California with smog, scattered clouds. If it wasn't so bloody expensive, I'd be living there. Me and my co-pilot. Speaking of co-pilots, let's look over here and see what the co-pilot can see. Pretty much the same thing I can see over here, just on the other side of the airplane. What do we got way out here? A lot of haze, a lot of haze. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with general aviation type flying, if everything goes well, it's not exciting. And there's not much of anything I can do to make streams more exciting, except answer questions if there are any, and talk to the fine people that just happen to stop by and say hello. And we've always enjoyed that. But knock on wood, this looks like maybe we got our stream gremlins taken care of, because so far this has been working very nicely. So no complaints from this old dog. Ten and a half miles to go. Airfield is straight ahead. Let's see. It'd be out there. We'll probably be able to pick it up 4 or 5 miles out. Till then, we'll just kind of sit back and enjoy the ride. De Havilland DHC 6 Twin Otter. Very nice airplane to fly. The interstate is moving along nicely. Okay, let's see, take another look here. About 6.5 miles. And there it is, right out there. All right. Start slowing down here. I have the airplane. And we'll come over to the left here so we can get lined up a little bit better. Some flaps. Oh. Just overspeeded my flaps. Darn it. That's alright. We can land it without them. Had to have a little excitement. Nice gentle touchdown. Okay, we'll get to the next turnout. And this is actually the runway, but there's no buildings or any markings here, so I'm going to have to check on my let's check my map. Ah, okay. So we'll just come right up here. And make a turn right here. And that will take us down to the parking area. But as far as that goes, we can pretty much we're going to stop it right here. And what we're going to do is take a look at that landing. Why? Because we can. Yep, it was about this point that I oversped my flaps. So I had to get them up out of the way and just do a flaps up landing. No big deal. And so with that, we can go ahead and shut our pretty little airplane down. And turn all this off. Passengers can go on their merry way. Okay, that's all looking good. So our airplane is put to bed. So, thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. I surely enjoyed the flight with you. Until next time, this is Bug Eater 64. As always, safe flying.